Hello, I'm Sam, and this is the complete Donkey Kong family tree, taking everything into account from both canon and non-canon sources. My only rule is that if two sources contradict each other about the tree, I'll go with the more canon source. Starting off, we have the oldest known Kong, Cranky Kong's great-grandfather. He owned this mirror-founded DK Country 3. Crazy, I know. Next up, we have Cranky's grandaunt named Grouchy Kong. She was mentioned in an episode of the DK Country TV show as the author of a guide to curses and nifty legends. Alright, on to members we actually see with Cranky Kong, who first appeared as the arcade Donkey Kong, but has a more recognizable old man appearance in the Donkey Kong Country series. Cranky's brother is Julius from the obscure TV show Saturday Supercade. He only appeared in one episode as DK Jr.'s uncle. In Mario Plus Rabbids, we meet Rabbid Cranky, who isn't directly related to Cranky, but is instead a rabbit merged with the concept of Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong's wife is a Wrinkly Kong. In the original Country trilogy, she appears as a kind old lady before she dies and comes back as a ghost in future titles. Next, we have Donkey Kong Jr. from the hit game Donkey Kong Jr. He is the son of Cranky and presumably the father of modern DK. Speaking of DK Jr., there's this Kong from DK Jr. Math. I've heard some people say that this is DK Jr.'s sibling, but it's more likely they're just another palette swap character like Purple Captain Toad or the multicolored Luigi's. There's also this character predating DK Jr. called Mini Donkey Kong. He acted as the DK Game & Watch's alarm, and from a lore perspective, he's likely just a younger form of Junior. Finally, we've reached the titular bitchular. He's the leader of the bunch, you know him well, it's Donkey Kong III. Raised by Cranky Kong, modern DK is the main protagonist of the Donkey Kong franchise. Next up, we have Robo DK, who's found in DK Spaceport from Mario Kart World, thus presumably being built by DK or a company under the ownership of DK. Similar to Cranky, DK III has a Rabbid variation with Rabbid Kong. According to the Mario Wiki, there was an Italian Nintendo gaming magazine which featured a Donkey Kong family tree where Swanky Kong was DK's brother. However, from what I could find, this tree also claims that DK Jr. and DK III are the same character, which contradicts our current tree, which means I'll be going with the more canon source and not including Swanky. DK's rumored girlfriend is Kiddy Kong, who appears sporadically across the series, typically as a non-playable aid to the Kong's adventures. Bluster Kong from the DK TV show also has an attraction towards Candy, although it's unreciprocated. Bluster talks to his mother a few times, with her being the owner of Bluster's Barrel Factory, adding her to the family tree. Moving back to the official Kongs, we have Diddy. Diddy Kong has been stated a few times to be Donkey Kong's nephew, but I'm not counting it here since there are many more statements which oppose that idea. Diddy Kong's girlfriend is Dixie Kong, who first appeared in DKC2 and is ironically playable in more classic DKC games than Donkey Kong is. Next up is Tiny Kong. She originated in DK64 as Dixie's younger sister, but after Diddy Kong Racing DS, she appears to be much older than Dixie. This could either be due to Dixie being a chimp while Tiny the gorilla, or due to Tiny's size-changing powers. Now, I know people here will bring up Uncle Kong from the DKC2 Famitsu guide, but he's actually confirmed in said guide to just be a random street merchant, not a member of the family. Now we have Dixie's cousin, Kiddy Kong, who is the youngest known member of the Kongs. Then there's Chunky, a Kong hailing from DK64, being Kiddy Kong's older brother. According to the Donkey Kong Country manga, yes that's real, Funky Kong is Kiddy Kong's cousin, which is further corroborated by the Japanese manual for DKC3 where the two are related. That particular issue of the manga is an adaptation of the TV episode Baby Kong Blues, which features the character Baby Kong in the place of Kiddy. It's never stated how, if at all, Baby Kong is related to the others. Funky Kong's granduncle is Spacey, the owner of a fortune-telling lava lamp, again from the TV show. According to the German manual for DK64, Lanky Kong is Chunky Kong's uncle once removed, which is just another way of saying granduncle. While we're talking about Lanky, I should also mention the Manky Kongs, who are highly suspected of being related to Lanky Kong due to both of them being based off orangutans and having similar names. Now, Lanky Kong has been described by Cranky to be a distant cousin, and Mankeys are described as Kong rejects, so I think the two of them share ancestry with Cranky. For simplicity's sake, I just connected them at Cranky's great-grandparents. Now we have one final branch for the DK family tree, and it comes with minor spoilers for Bananza. If you don't want to be spoiled, you have a couple seconds before anything is revealed. Okay, so in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games, DK is shown having a one-way attraction towards Pauline, adding her to the family tree. And if we're talking about Pauline, we need to talk about Bananza and how it contradicts the established Mario timeline. As the series goes on, the characters either age or stay the same, but Bananza contradicts that with Pauline de-aging to 13. It can't be a prequel due to Cranky Kong in his old age and a couple references to the DK Country series, not to mention how creepy it would make Donkey Kong's crush. So, how do we explain this? Well, Bananza seems to separate Pauline from the character Lady as seen in the original arcade Donkey Kong with items like the lady dress, family dress, and 8-bit items. Many people interpret this as Lady being Pauline's grandma, who she mentions in some pieces of dialogue. This would solve the Cranky issue of a prequel, but it still wouldn't solve the other two issues, not to mention that we know for a fact that Lady and Mayor Pauline are the same character. Looking at Mario Odyssey, if you bring Mayor Pauline a purse, she'll say that she hasn't had a purse since the day she was kidnapped by an ape. This detail is a direct callback to the time Cranky kidnapped her, as Arcade DK and its Game Boy reimagining are the only times she has a purse. So instead of Lady and Pauline being separate, it's more likely that Mayor Pauline and DK Bananza's Small-ine aren't the same. It is still likely that they're related to each other though, again bringing up the family dress item. Personally, I think them being mother and daughter would work best, as it would parallel DK's lineage well, however it's just as likely that they're cousins or something. And that's the complete Donkey Kong family tree. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and check out this playlist of my other video game family trees such as Zelda's or Pac-Man's. Either way though, stay hydrated and I'll see you next time. Bye!